What's up, bros? With Nintendo's newest game, Ninjala, or Ninjala as the game would pronounce it, you can now download it for free and battle online without a Switch Online membership. However, there is a huge drawback right now with this game, and it is that the online battle modes are region locked. What that means is that if someone is hosting from a different country or different region to you, and you try to put in the code to join the game, it will not work. It will say that there's an error. It just won't enter. And now there is a way around it, and I'll explain to you in this video how to get around it. It is a little bit cumbersome, but stay to the end and you'll understand. First things first, how do you actually start a lobby or join a lobby in this game? First of all, you go into the PvP menu, which is this here. You go, so if you want to play with friends or someone, if you're playing with friends locally, hopefully you guys have the same region for your Nintendo ID. But if you don't, you might need to follow through with this tutorial as well, just to make sure that it works. Now, if you're playing with people in another region, this is what you need to do, right? Normally, you would go into room battle, and you would either press create room or search, right? So let's say you're a host and you want to host a lobby. You'll press Y at this stage. You need to give it a few seconds to load. It's a little bit slow. I'm not sure if it's because it's early release issues, but it's a little bit slow. You wait for that to load, and once it's loaded, and if you're the host, you press Y to create room. You select your battle rules, you select your stage and display setting. You can set your password if you press Y again, and then you press OK. So here I'm just going to set a random password, and we're going to press OK. We're going to host the lobby for our friends to join. Again, you have to wait a little bit. It's a little bit slow. And you will then be given a code which you will use and give the code, the password, and the battles. So your friends will need 3 pieces of information in order to join you. The code, the invite code, which is right there, the password, which is right here, and the battle rule, which you've chosen at the start. You can change it if you press Y. Okay, so it's either battle royale or team battle. You need your friends need to know that in order to join you. Now, as your friend, they will put in all 3 information by, instead of clicking the Y button, they will hit the X button in order to join. Now, at this point is where you will usually get an error. So let's go back into the PvP menu. We'll go into room battle, and then we'll wait a few seconds for that to load. Now, I've tested several methods, including changing the language, changing the settings in your Switch to a different region. None of that works. Forget about all of that. There's only one way that works. Okay, now at this point, let's go back to how to join a lobby. Press X. You enter the invite code, the invite ID that I pointed out next to me earlier. You put that in here and you press OK. Unfortunately, it will say if the 2 switches, the host and the person joining, don't have the same region, it will say code not found. So, what do we do at this point? So there's 2 ways to go about this. Now, there are 2 methods, but they both involve making sure that your Nintendo Network ID is of the same region as the host. And the way to do that is you go to the Nintendo Accounts website. And what it looks like is you go to accounts.nintendo.com. And in accounts.nintendo.com, you will log in to your account. And what you will see first of all is something like this. You log in with your account, and if you don't have an account, you should have an account by now. You log in to your account and check your region. Okay, so in Bruvini, this is one of my accounts. It says I'm in America, New York. Now, if the host is also America, New York, or United States, sorry, don't look at the time zone. Look at the country or region of residence. It should be the same. If the host is also the same, then it should work. You should be able to connect with each other. If you guys in your profile in a Nintendo Network ID that is associated with that Switch profile is of a different region, then you cannot connect with that person. So what you do is you just click the edit button in the profile, and you change the country of residence. Now, one problem is a lot of you may have Nintendo Switch Online membership or Pokemon Home Premium membership. Anything that gives you a automatic renewal option, and you've turned that on, including so for me this happened. What happens is you will get an error that looks like this. It is not possible to change the country or region setting for this Nintendo account or an account for a child for several reasons. So if you have a past subscription or membership which has an auto renewal feature and it's active, then it won't work. What you can do, you can turn it off and then come back and change the country of residence. Or, and this is the alternative method of doing it, which is actually the way I've done it, is that you can create a second account. Now, obviously, the downside is you'll start from level 1 again. You start all over again. The save file will be totally different. You can start another Switch profile and start a new Nintendo Network ID. And when you start a new one, so all you do is you log out of your existing one. If you click the button in the top right corner and you log out, and what you do is at the bottom of this page, there's a create a Nintendo account. Okay, you click that. Create a new one first, a new Nintendo ID first. Then go to your Switch home. Okay, so here, and go to settings, and you go add user. Okay, add user. So you add a new one and follow through the prompts, and it will take you to linking to the new Nintendo Network ID that you've created of the correct country of residence or the region of residence that you want, so that you can play with your group of friends who might be far away, or maybe somehow you've set up your Nintendo Network ID on a different region and you need to fix that so that you can play with your friends. Alright guys, I hope that tutorial helped you understand how the region works for Ninjala, and that perhaps in time they will unlock the region lock feature and make it easier for all of us to actually play with each other. If you like our content and you want to join us for games, including Ninjala, if you want to join our lobbies, make sure you read the description. Okay, I've left a link to our Discord channel. That's where we host our games.